Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back. We are back. How was everyone's weekend? No panic, screens coming. Morning, morning, morning. Yes, this weekend was a bit relaxing, taking some fuel for the next week. Let's see what we have this week. Let's see. Morning, morning, morning. Let's hope this week's gonna be better. I mean, last week wasn't that bad, but it can definitely be better. At least more breakouts, because we had a lot of consolidation last week. So we'll see this week how it's gonna go. I'm gonna start now to do some analysis to see if we have any breakouts or not. And also later on we're gonna choose the winner. Let's see who will be the luckiest one. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the first pair on my list to do some analysis. So pay attention. Pay attention, everyone. Gonna start to do some analysis. Gonna start from EURUSD to all the way to the last one. So EU, let's take a look. First of all, we're gonna go to the daily. Gonna start to the daily because we need to see what's happening on higher time frames first. Then from the daily to 4 hour and the 1 hour. So as we talked last week, we are currently at this big resistance, right? We had a multiply rejection from this level, and every time price came here, you can see how big the rejection was. Every single time we had a big rejection. Last week we had another big rejection, 100 pips drop after reaching this level. So today we're gonna need a breakout above this. We're gonna need a break above this, and if we want that good breakout, we need to close above 1.13400. Now if we want that, of course, we're gonna have to wait for a day, but we have an option and we can switch to the 4 hour and see if the level is matching with the daily. So the level with the daily is matching on the 4 hour. we can see all these rejections we're having here. See all this rejection, and this is the same daily level. Now what we're going to need is a break above this, a retest, and continuation. But what about this? This was a fake out. Why? Because price closed above, then came for retest, and it closed back in the range, made a retest of this fake out, and continuation to the downside. Now we need a break above, a retest, and continuation to the next zone. This is what we need. What about 1 hour? Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is the same as 4 hours. So the level that we have on the daily, it matches up with the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So it's perfect. Gonna wait for that breakout. The best would be to wait for the 4 hour to break. It would be a better confirmation and way more comfortable. So the plan is on Euro USD. The plan is to wait for a break above this, a retest, and continuation. Next target will be the next zone here. We have a good range to fill. Entry should be around 1.3, 400 to 500 with a stop loss of 20 pips. Wait for a breakout. Kindly check GBP CHF. Not doing that, sorry. I said I'm going to go through the pairs I have here, and there are some rules from this day on. You have to send a chart and I'll review it. So this is the plan on Euro USD. It is pretty simple. We know on which level to focus on, so we're gonna wait for that. What about EJ? Let's take a look at EJ. So first we go on the daily, as always, because daily is very important. We don't want to be in a trade that goes against the daily time frame. Best is to match with other time frames too. So first of all, we have this resistance since last week and this week also, and we have another one here. See, now these two zones have only a 50 pip range, so we're gonna have to switch to the lower time frames to see if we can take a trade in this small range. Now this resistance is pretty strong. You can see how many daily candles got rejected from this. And last week we had a pretty strong close below. Let's see the weekly. Weekly, nothing much telling us, but daily is yes, it's telling us a lot. Now, thing is, we have plenty of zones on EJ. We have another zone here, we have another zone in the middle and on the top, so we have like 3 zones just on the daily, which we have to be careful. See how this got rejected because of this support here, and we have plenty of rejections on the daily at this level. So what we can do is we can go to 4 hours and see what's happening. Plenty of consolidation. On the 4 hour, I don't see much except that we are in this big range here, and 4 hour, it's not that clear. So I'm gonna switch to the 1 hour and see what I can find here. Plenty of zones here on the 1 hour too. I think we're gonna have to focus more on what's happening right now, because price in the past made too many zones and rejected a lot of different zones. So what we can do is better just focus on what's happening right now. So based on this, we have a small resistance here. We have a small minor support here. So we're gonna focus on these zones here. When time comes, we're gonna see if we can take a trade or not. Now, the more rejections we have in a level, the better, the more comfortable we feel when taking the trade, right? So here you see a lot of rejections, then we had a breakout, then a retest and continuation. Now also here we're having some rejections before, and we had some rejections here. This candle closed below this, made a retest and continuation. Now price coming right now made a one rejection, made another rejection. If we get another 1 or 2 rejections, we'll make sure that this resistance is pretty serious and we can wait for a break, a retest and continuation to the upside. But what if price rejects this level and comes down? Then we have this next support which we can base our trade on. Once we close below, a retest and continuation would be pretty simple here. So this is what we're going to wait for EJ. A break above or a break below this previous support. Okay, so this is the plan. A break above 121.200 or a break below 120.850, around there, would be perfect. So let's wait and see. Next one, EA. Let's take a look. EA is a mess. Okay, so EA is a very big mess. Still hasn't been able to break either to the upside or to the downside. We were waiting for this level to break last week, but it respected first. The first no, it didn't actually. It's not respecting this level yet, so we're gonna make some updates. Here. 1 hour is too messy, guys, so we're gonna stick to 4 hour if we want to take a trade here, which is pretty messy to be honest. Let's take a look on the daily first. Daily has been rejecting this level for a long time now. Lots of rejections, but see, this is a small problem here, because we have all these daily candles and they're all closing above this and this also closing below, but we also have all these daily candles that are closing all below this level. And when we take how many pips we have in between, we have 50 pips range in between. This candle closed above this, but also closed below this resistance. Now we're in between these two zones. What we can do is we just wait for the lower time frame to see what we have here. Unless we break the zone here on the 4 hour, there's no trade. And if I would want to take a trade here, first I thought this level was the best one, but it didn't get respect. You can see these candles in the middle, how they didn't respect the zone. So for now, seems like we need a break above this and a retest to continue up. But for now, we are rejecting it. This previous candle closed pretty strong, to be honest, and more likely this is going to continue down. Maybe a small retest here and continuation. But still on the daily we have support here, pretty strong support. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. For now, there's no trades here. UJ rejecting this 4 hour level. What can we do on UJ? UJ has a lot of zones in between. A lot of zones in between. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. One thing's for sure, that we are rejecting this support, but 1 hour we created small resistance here. We had like 8, this 9th and 10th. 10 candles rejecting this level. Let's see for how long it's gonna hold this level, because if we have more rejection in this level, then a breakout, I think would be a good confirmation for price to continue all the way to the next zone. But we need more confirmation. I'm not gonna look at the left for too far because we have too many zones on the left. You can't just be that precise to decide which level you're going to take on. So I'm going to wait for this fresh level here to see if it gets respected or not. Once we break above, a retest and continuation to the upside. USD CAD. Let's take a look from the daily first. Daily still rejecting this level. Another rejection from the last week, Friday, big rejection. Even though we came all the way back from this support, still couldn't break up. Another rejection. Now, see the 4 hour. See if we're still in this consolidation box. Still was not able to break above or below. It's just ranging still. I think we can't do anything on USD CAD for now because we're getting rejected from resistance. If we try to take buys maybe at this level here in this middle zone, I think it would be risky a bit because we're coming from this daily zone and it might be risky and can continue down. But I think we have to wait and see. Maybe if this candle goes above this previous one, we can take some buys based on the 4 hour to expect some continuation, but still would be risky. For now, there's nothing there. GBP USD. Looks like GBP USD might give us a breakout because looks it's very close. Now we have plenty of rejections right here. It's the third time price trying to break and it's failing for now. So what we can do is we can wait for a break here. Once we break above, I think we can have a nice setup here. Next hour hopefully is gonna bring us some good trades. Let's wait and see. On the downside, I can see sells right now because we're too far. So the only option is to wait for this resistance to break. Once we break, we can talk what we can do here. But for now, there's no trade here. Send charts, guys. If you want to review your pair, send a chart. Don't be so lazy. But first I'm gonna go through my charts, then I'll go through yours. And don't rush. It's still just the beginning of the week. We have plenty of time. Do not rush to take a trade right away. Plenty of time. Okay, Aussie dollar. Looks like we missed this trade. Even though I don't know if I would take this because the breakout was only 3 pips, so it'd be pretty risky. But looks like there's a good range to fail to the upside on Aussie dollar. Even though we missed the trade, but no worries. If price comes all the way up here, then we might get a chance if we break above this. But it's gonna take some time, so we're gonna have to wait. Looks like we missed this. This was a good break and retest. Not the strongest one, but still not that bad too. NZD/USD, I'm not gonna trade this. It's at daily resistance and I think it's a bit messy. See too many candles, a bit messy. I wouldn't trade it. Okay, another chance missed here. We had a good break and retest here. Unfortunately, it happened a few hours ago. But what we can do here, let's take a look for nothing. I think we're in the middle of this consolidation. We had the 4-hour break and retest too. This was a perfect setup. But now I can't just watch it because it's gone. GJ 1 hour. Okay, so we have small support here, and looks like we missed the setup. Why did we miss all these setups? They came way before. Okay, let's see GJ. Okay, based on the 1 hour, GJ should continue up. Based on the 1 hour. We have plenty of rejections at the same level here. Also here rejections. We had this breakout. Now this was the retest, I guess. from what I see here. There's the retest candle. Now it already got rejected 10 pips. But I think there's still room to continue up. The only thing is that we're a bit late here. And if we want to take buys here, we're gonna need to use a stop loss just below this current candle, aiming for another 10 pips. The reason is that I see a small resistance here too, right? See where we had a rejection? We have a few rejections here, and this might make us a bit uncomfortable taking a trade here. So we're in between two zones, and I would rather wait and see what happens, because for now it's a bit messy. GCAD, there's nothing on GCAD or EuroCAD. EuroCAD, did you guys took it, the first EuroCAD retest here last week? Was pretty good, went pretty nice. Okay, so looks like for now the best setup is GU. I think GU is the best setup right now. I think I'm gonna wait for a GU break. Once we break above, then a retest would be perfect. So let's wait and see. This will be my trade if we do break above. If not, we're gonna see if any other setup comes along the way. But this is gonna be the first one. Let's wait and see. Now we have time to review the charts. Okay, we have the first one here. Sent by Erman. US dollar. A break and retest below to the downside. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, wait for this daily to break above a retest. That would make perfect sense. And like you're saying, there's no trade in this zone. It's pretty messy. And yeah, this looks like a decent support here. I mean, if we do break above, see how we're rejecting here? If we do break below, I mean, then we can have a nice trade. Pretty good. Just wait for breakouts. Okay, we have John Wick with a chart here. Okay. Okay, John Wick. Most of these charts of yours are 30-minute, and I don't trade 30-minute. It would be better to send 1-hour charts. And tell us what your plan is, because we only see zones. Are you looking for buys maybe, or sells? What are your bias? So kindly send 1 hour and up, because I don't trade lower time frames. EJ broke resistance. No, it didn't. Where do you see that breakout? The candle is still open. King, yes, I trade the 1 hour and up. No lower than a 1 hour. If you've seen my previous live streams, you can see that most of my trades are on the 1 hour. Some are on the 4 hour too. So there's no break on EU. Why is saying there's a break? I don't see a break on the 1 hour unless you're speaking about a different time frame. Because on the 1 minute maybe you have a break, some kind of breakout, but not on 1 hour. What is this? Charlie Joseph. We don't trade harmonics. We trade break and retest. So I hope this works out for you, but it's just not how the way we trade. I've tried this before. Sometimes it works, but it's not a consistent way of trading. So I don't know what to say. I would just wish you luck. How about NZD? ENZD. ENZD, Euro, NZD. For now, there's no trade because it's already done. Oscar. Okay. Let's see John Wick. Let's go again. Again, it's 30-minute chart. I need a 1 hour chart. But okay, this looks good. If these levels match up with 1 hour, then you can do something like that. Okay, good. Wait for the 1 hour to close on GJ. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this to break. Even though it doesn't look like it's gonna break for now, it's pretty slow, but we're gonna wait and see. Manuel Fernandez, I jumped on your USD. Do you think it's okay? It's gonna move? I don't know, man. Why did you jump on Euro USD? It's at resistance. I don't know if you took buys or sells, but I think you need to wait for breakout. This is a serious resistance right here, and it could cause some problems, maybe reject, or we'll see. That's why we are waiting for a break. It's the safest way. I am good, Hugo, thank you very much. Euro NZD. I think Euro NZD, it's a bit messy, to be honest. I think it's a bit messy, like I said before. Euro NZD already made the move, and trading it now would be a bit more complicated. See, you're expecting for this to break and the retest to continue, but you're not looking a little left to see where price is coming from. You have another zone here. Now this is the problem. You have plenty of zones in between. You can't just ignore them. Price right now is at this resistance. Okay, we have also this. Plenty of rejections. See, we have plenty of zones in between. We have another one here. We have another one here. Because this is the thing. It's pretty messy. The best would be this breakout here and this retest. But we were not here to take it, so we don't want to force trades now in the middle of nothing. We need a clean one just like this. Would this be clean as this one? I don't think so. You can't find a better setup like this. Clean rejections, clean breakout, clean retest, continuation. That's what you need in every trade. And I think for now, I wouldn't rush to take a trade. Just wait for the perfect one. We have plenty of time. There's no need to rush. Shane, yes, send your chart. I'll take a look. I think GU is the best for now because Euro USD is gonna have to be a 4-hour breakout. So I think GU is gonna be my trade if we do break above. If we break above, a retest and continuation to the upside, but let's see. Shane, you don't have to send your setup on my email. Just send the link on the comments. Adrian, just go on TradingView, do your analysis, and copy the link and send it to me here on the comments. You can see how the others are doing it, so just do the same thing. Not yet, Anthony. Not yet, but soon it's coming. Okay, CAD CHF 1 hour. Break and retest for longs, fake out. Okay, it looks good. A small consolidation box. Wait for the breakout, a retest and continuation. It looks good. It looks good. Aiken, send a chart. Adrian, you don't need my TradingView account name. Just do your analysis on your trading account, on your TradingView account. Copy the link and send the link on the comments. It's pretty simple. It works pretty good. Just you need the code here. This. Okay, looking for buys once we break and retest this level. All hard time frame is bullish on the current candle break per beautiful. Yes, looks good. Yeah, the same we're waiting on GBP JPY and GBP USD. Let's see, GU probably is going to close above, but it's not going to be a perfect close. It's not going to be a strong close. We need at least 5 paper break above, but closing like this not going to be a good confirmation. Yeah, looks like we're not gonna have a breakout yet. Okay, overall uptrend considers crude oil 4 hour. I don't trade crude oil, but it looks good. If we break this resistance, it's been holding for quite some time. Once you have breakout, a nice retest and continuation, it looks good. No breakout on GU guys, so there's no trade yet. No trade yet. GJ, it's no trade yet on GJ. Still We need to wait for this to break. Aussie dollar. Oh, it's the same chart. Okay. Take a look at UJ. UJ is still in this small consolidation. Okay, let me check this. Had a pretty good setup even though I don't trade this pair. See now, I can see that price is closing above, but there's no strong close. I still can't trust this candle. It's not even 1 or 2 pips. So we're gonna need a good close above, then a retest. That's not enough for me. The worst thing is GU going all the way up now and there's no retest. That's the worst thing, because it just stays very close to that resistance. If it doesn't break, then the next candle breaks and goes all the way to the upside. USD CAD is going to be pretty boring if it decides to go all the way down. I mean, all this push, all this momentum, and it still couldn't break above. Can we expect from it? There might be a chance of rejecting this support and continuation, but for now maybe that's a bit hard to do. Just wait, guys, just wait, because there's no trade for now. AUD CAD is in this big consolidation box. There's nothing for now. Maybe unless we have a break above this, then we might have a chance, but for now I think there's no trade here. EuroCAD. Let's take a look at daily of EuroCAD. See, daily didn't close like we would want to. The 1 hour, the 4 hour. I have still bullish bias on EuroCAD. See the 1 hour. And I still see this going all the way up and filling this range here. But for now, I have to wait and see what happens. Let me see how many pips we have. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a EuroCAD buy. I just took a EuroCAD buy here, and I'm expecting this to continue up and fill that range. So gonna think about the stop loss. So stop loss for my entry. So the reason I'm gonna enter is because I'm expecting continuation here. The break and retest happened before, and we are still staying above this resistance. We had the breakout first, we had the retest, we had another break and retest to the downside here, then we closed all the way above. Another rejection here. Price rejected first. I think it's time to continue up and fill this range. Now, if we go on the 4 hour, the 4 hour is still you see the 4 hour. The 4 hour is not the best one. It's not the best one, the 4 hour, but still we're staying above this. As long as we're staying above this, chances of continuation are still there to fill this range and the next one after. The only thing I don't like is the daily. We go on the daily, we see that daily closed above. Daily closed above, but not the best close. Not the best close. If we would have a stronger daily breakout, I would be way more comfortable and I would hold for this range to fill, but it is a very small breakout. So this trade is going to be based on the daily. The breakout is not the best, but still it's a breakout. At least we have 10 pips there, I think. Yeah, not even 10 pips, around 5 6 pips, 7 pips. Breakout on the daily. We had the retest, we didn't enter lower on the daily retest, so I think this is the time now for EuroCAD to enter. We have one rejection here, another rejection here, and I think there's no need for this stop loss to be that big at all. I think only a stop just below this wick here would be enough, which is around 8 pips. Yeah, so let's wait and see. This trade is based on the daily break and retest. We have a small minor zone here, but can't say that it is strong enough. So let's wait and see. I am a day trader. GU got rejected all the way down. So let's wait and see. Also on your CAD, the previous 4-hour candle is pretty strong bearish close, even though this current candle went all the way above where this 4-hour candle opened, but I think that's not a very good sign if we want bullish move here. Might be a risky trade. I'm going to use a very low risk in this trade because the 4-hour is not that, it's not the best setup. And we're entering later on because the daily retest was already gone before. So since we are late with the entry, we're going to use a smaller stop loss. I'm using tradingview.com. It's not the classic break and retest, guys, because the daily break and retest is the break and retest is on the daily. NZD JPY, yeah, it's a bit. This is where we say that we're in between two zones, and the best breakout would be above this, a retest and continuation. This, the first target should be, then another one here and continuation. But this is a no trade zone. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. Wrong chart. Your cat doesn't look ranging. Yes, it's ranging. I told you my reason behind my trade. It's not a classic break and retest, but I took it based on the daily, and I'm expecting continuation. See the daily? This is why I took it. The daily closed above. Like I said, not the best breakout, not the strongest breakout, but it closed above. Made a small retest, and now it's going to continue up. Maybe this was the move already, but I still believe that this should continue up. This 4-hour level is still holding. We had a few rejections, and I think we have a small minor zone here. Let's see if it holds or not. Any thoughts about Euro AUD? Euro AUD is in consolidation box. There's nothing to trade on EA. It's pretty messy. Can I have a 10 pip target first on Euro CAD? Then we can move our stop at break even and leave it run. GU had a big drop. Wow, this was a big drop. No breakout. See why we have always to wait for a breakout, because you never know if it's gonna reject or not. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. This is not the way we trade. You sold resistance. I think this is a 50-50% setup. I think there's not much analyze on this. You sold resistance, hoping that price is not gonna break, because like I said before, I think you can never be sure if it's gonna reject or not. I mean, candles can close however they want, but still selling resistance is gonna be always a risky trade for me. NZD US dollar. NZD for me it's pretty messy, but your chart looks good. If you want to take this trade, then good luck. It looks good, not that bad, but I think it's pretty messy for me. I would rather not take NZD CAD for now. Okay, 5 pips, you're a CAD. Let's see, we need another 5 and we're good to go to fly to the next resistance here, which is a 30 pip range. That would be pretty nice. We have 7 pips in profit. I'm gonna move my stop at break even. Why? Because this is a risky trade. I don't want to risk it. Stop loss at break even. Whatever happens, happens. I'll be more comfortable. Eric, if you don't like this way of trading, then you're not supposed to trade it. I'm moving my stop at break even because I want to protect my profits. I know it's just a 5 pip move, but the trade was risky. So you see, this candle got rejected, this candle got rejected, and the same candle is rejecting too. This is the reason why. Stop loss, because there's chances price might reject that level, and you better protect your profits. You better get stopped in break even than lose a trade. So it was not the best setup. That's why I secured my profits. And you can see how price got rejected. I don't have any position on GBP USD or Euro USD. Not on EuroCAD anymore. I'm gonna wait for a break below maybe or above, let's see. No, my spread is pretty good. Now I got stopped at break even. Anyway, it was not a classic break and retest, so the best would be to wait. I think we need a break above this. If I want to take a trade on this again, I'm gonna need a clean break above, because you can see how we're rejecting this level. So once we break above, then a retest, then continuation. Daily is still bullish, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Eric, my target is always at least 20 pips. So if I don't reach 20 pips, I might not take 8 pips or 7 pips at all. If you don't know how I trade, maybe you have to go and watch the previous streams. I think you'll get the point what I do here. There are times when you secure your profits before and you leave some run. There are times when you take 10 pips maybe. There are times when you wait 20 pips because you don't have any traffic on the left. But when you have a lot of traffic on the left like this, you don't need to risk your profits. So I didn't want to take 7 pips profit. I wanted a bigger move, so I just moved my stop at break even. I wasn't interested in taking only 7 pips. Okay, Benjamin, let's take a look at your chart. Okay, GBP CAD. I think it's not a good enough support here to take a trade. I think I'm gonna skip GBP CAD for now, because I don't think it's that safe. Still, we need a good break and retest. Still not having much right now. Eric, if you think I get scared very quickly, I don't know what to say. You might look at my my previous streams. It's not about being scared here. It's all about protecting your profits. Because there are reasons why it makes you feel that you're not in a good position. Maybe you can see a lot of different live trades here on the stream before, and you can see how confident I was or not. Okay, let's see. Aussie dollar still got rejected one more time. Now, I wouldn't take it because it's second retest, and the reason why I don't take second retest is because I've seen that a lot of times when the second time comes, it might break down or up. It depends on what direction the price is. But here, I would want to wait for the 4 hour better. 4 hour maybe would give us a better confirmation, but as you can see on the 4 hour, still rejection. Now price coming down. If we get a close on the 1 hour below, we might have a trade. So let's wait and see. Yeah guys, so let's see. Now I think it's time to choose the winner. I think it's time to choose the winner. And let's just go to Google. Random name picker. Okay, I'm gonna use this. I tried it before and it's pretty good. Okay guys, so here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna write all the names that participated to the comments for the contest, and once I'm done, we're gonna choose a winner. Gonna start from the first one and all the way down. We have around almost 90 people, so it's gonna be a lot of comments here. I'll make sure everyone who left a comment, it's gonna participate in this. Okay. Anthony, UJ has to break this. If we do break this, we might have a chance here on UJ. But before this, I don't think we have a trade here. Okay, so we'll see. Well, a lot of people, so it's going to take some time, but I'm going to be sure I write them the right way so I don't miss anyone. Okay, gonna have to be a little patient. Afternoon, morning. For those who don't know, I'm choosing a winner for those who left a comment in my Instagram post. So it's gonna be join my private group for a month for free. So let's wait and see. Next giveaway is gonna be some money. I'm gonna give away $100. So let's wait to be done with this first, then we continue with the next one. The next one is gonna be the next upcoming week maybe. KK, just a little patience, because we're almost done. So many different names. Okay, what's happening? We still have time until the candle closes, so that's what I'm doing now, because we don't have any setup right now. We might have a trade on CAD CHF, but the best would be maybe, where's GBP USD? Strong drop. Yeah, UJ maybe it's gonna be our next trade. So until I'm done, UJ is gonna come and close. Charlie, your name is not there yet because I'm not yet to your name. I haven't reached your name yet. Yeah, let's see. UJ is going to be a bit risky trade maybe. If we see on the left, we have this small, not that small actually, but the thing is, look at all these candles. You know, they're all on different levels closed. This one is here, this one is here, this one is lower, this one is lower. So this is all a zone. So I thought maybe focusing on what's happening right now. I think we created pretty good resistance here. Now if we do have a break, we can try to enter on the retest. Why not? GJ, nice break. There's no break yet, guys. Where do you see that breakout? The candles are not closed yet. Okay, GJ looks good. If we do get a close like this, we're gonna enter on the retest. Let's wait and see. Looks pretty good. Good drop on GJ. Strong drop. Let me see how many pips we have here. Well, 30 pips drop. If we do break below, we're gonna need a retest and continuation. Looks pretty nice. Okay, care. Almost done. Still waiting for GJ. And another 10 minutes left. Once we have a break, you can have a nice setup here. See? Aussie dollar might break too, but I think on Aussie dollar I'm gonna stay away because we have another zone coming here. So price is still in between. I wouldn't feel very comfortable taking a break and retest on this zone while having this support just next to it. I think I would wait here, not take anything. I think GJ is the best for now. The cleanest one. Okay, guys, I am done with the names now. We have around 90 people. Okay, so you're saying that GJ has multiply zones in the left, right? Okay, so first of all, we focus on which is a major zone. Which zone is a major one? See all these rejections on the same level. We had this breakout, we had the retest, continuation to the downside. Another try, another big drop. Another 2 tries here, price couldn't break up. Then we had a breakout, a retest, continuation. We reached another resistance, got rejected. Now if this candle closes below, again, just like it happened before, we expect a retest and a continuation to the downside. Now, the zone you're saying that we have on the left. Which zone do you mean? I mean, we have a small 2-3 candles rejecting here. We have 2 small candles rejecting here. I think this shouldn't be a problem if you compare it to this zone, because this is a major one and this can be only a minor zone, which I don't think it can cause problems for us when we take the retest. Hugo, I don't know if you left a comment on Instagram, then you should be on the list. If not, then maybe you're not on the list. But everyone who left a comment in my post, except the ones that left just a few minutes before, I think they will participate and they will win. So now there are all the names that, like I said, are here. Now we're gonna pick a random name. It's time. Okay, whoever gets picked, have to wait and see. Okay, so the winner is Trevelyan 18. So this guy needs to text me on Instagram. This is the winner, and I'll give you instructions. So this guy is the winner, Trevelyan. It sounds like a traveler, someone who travels. This is the winner. Whoever this guy is, just text me on Instagram maybe, or I'll text you when I find you, and I'll give you instructions what we'll do. Congrats to him. Let's wait and see. I'm gonna expect from him to text me. So this was the winner for this giveaway. Now next giveaway, I'm gonna choose 2 winners. Next giveaway gonna be 2 winners, because I think 1 winner is not enough. 2 winners, and I'm gonna give away some money next time. So let me see. Just a second. I'm gonna No, no, this time has to be only one winner. So next time, as you can see on the screen now, the giveaway is going to be next week. Okay, I'm going to do a post on Instagram tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to make a post on Instagram, and I'm going to give you details. What should you do? So tomorrow London session, I'll give you details for the next giveaway. And there are gonna be two winners this time. Gonna be two winners because I think one winner is not enough. Because you guys are plenty and we need more. Okay, just a second. Okay, we have a breakout on GJ. We have a breakout on GJ. Let's not forget that we need a retest and continuation to the downside. Let's wait for that retest. Now, stop loss is going to be 20 pips. Entry at 200, 400 stop loss. Next target is, let's take a look. We have 45, 50 pips range to the downside to fill once we make the retest. Okay guys, now let's focus on the charts. focus on the charts. Okay, no, I'm not in shorts on GJ. I'm waiting for a retest. Waiting for a retest. Once we get a retest, then we're gonna enter. But we have to make at least a 15 pip pullback so we can enter. For now, there's still time. Let's take a look at the other pairs, what's happening. Aussie dollar didn't close below or above. I can say it closed above, but that would be nothing to us. Still, the 4-hour is not closed yet. It's just a rejection of the 4-hour candle, which means there's no trade yet here. USD JPY, we have a breakout on USD JPY, but there was no retest, and now price already gone. Not that gone, it's only 5 pips. There's plenty to go, but the thing is reaching a resistance. That's why it can be a problem after. See, now we are at the 4-hour resistance, and if price comes for retest, it's not gonna be valid anymore. If GJ drops 25-30 pips, it's not gonna be valid anymore, because the move would be already done and would reach a new zone, which would cause a fake out if it would come for retest after the move. So if price already does a 20 pip move or 30 like you said, that means that you would be already gone on the next support and the move would be done. So we need price to come for a retest right now without going further down. Okay, let's wait and see. John Hash, what do you think about your GBP? Can you please send a chart, John? That would be the best for everyone. How would you review your chart, and I would see where your trading is. Maybe I would give you an advice. Why not? I would just give you my opinion on it. Better send a chart, because I don't see how you can progress just asking for my opinion. Would be better to put your analysis in the chart and send it to me, so I would be able to review your chart and see your work too. Okay, GJ is coming. Let's see. We did another 10 pips at least to come for that retest. Okay, thank you, John, for sending the chart. This is the right way. Euro GBP. If we break above, go for buy, but then it looks good. The only problem is you can see your lines, they are very close. What does this mean? This means you have plenty of zones in between. So you have to choose which one would you take to be more comfortable with. Now let's take a look on my chart. Euro GBP. When you have plenty of zones on the 1 hour, it's good to go on the 4 hour and look for which zone you want to take your trade on. Now, at this moment right here, which zone we are rejecting the most is this one. Right, we got a rejection here, price went all the way up. We got another rejection here, price went up. Then we had the breakout. What happened after breakout? We had continuation. Price came for a retest. We got few rejections, continuation. Price came another time for testing this zone. Again, we got rejection. Now we have another try to break above. If we close above this, it might be a good chance to enter buys for the next zone. But what about this next zone? And this is a 10 pip range only. If we're gonna need a breakout, it's gonna have to be at least 10 pips, right? So if we wait for a 10 pips breakout, it means that it's gonna have to go all the way to the next zone here, which is 10 pips away. And when price is gonna come for a retest, is there a higher chance that it might continue down and make a fake out? There is a small chance or there is a higher chance because we also have another zone here, and price got rejected a few times from this zone. We can't just ignore this. What would be the best here? The best option here would be this. Now, if price goes all the way up and closes above this, around 10 pips breakout, then comes for a retest. If it does respect this zone, it's gonna have to continue up and make a new high. Once it makes a new high, you can enter on the small pullback here on the retest to continue up to the next zone. I think this would be the best here, because even if you make a retest here, if it does respect this, it's gonna have to continue up and make a new high above the previous or the breakout candle, let's say. And what happens usually, it closes just above, makes a small retest and continuation. I think this would be the best for Euro GBP. That's my opinion on it. EJ got rejected again, just confirms our resistance here. It's just another confirm that when we break this, we might have a chance. Let's see, GJ looks like it's not gonna give us a retest. You're welcome. Okay, looks like we missed GBP CHF. We had a good break and retest. Did come all the way down, but it was only a 3 pip range. Looks like we missed it. Thing is, GBP CAD CHF, yeah, had another zone here. So this is the same as your GBP. Now if this candle closes above, we can enter on the retest, because we wouldn't be very sure if we would take this, right? Because we had resistance here too. Not only this level here, we had two levels. So the best is to wait for a break of both levels, then a retest to continuation. Now we had this breakout, made a small retest, and it's going up. Now once this closes above, we can wait for the retest and continuation. Have you read Trading in the Zone? No. I haven't. I never read a book about trading. Aussie dollar seems like it's testing support on 1 hour, which is the same strong level on 4 hour. Aussie dollar is at support now. It has two zones in between. And like I said before, there's no trade here yet. There was first the breakout, the retest, and continuation. There was a 10 pip move to the upside, then price got rejected. This is a pretty strong zone here. Now, there are chances that price might continue from this level to the upside, but we don't know that. So what can we expect from this? Since we have this another support here, what we can do here, we can wait for another candle. If this candle closes like this, even though it's pushing pretty hard right now, if the next candle comes all the way up and closes above this candle, then makes a retest and continuation, that's the setup I would take. So one more time, if the next candle comes all the way up, closes above this candle, makes a small pullback, a retest let's say, and continuation, this would be my perfect buy setup here. But I wouldn't take buys here because I don't know if it's going to reject or not. So we need confirmation, and the best confirmation would be if the next candle or the next one after the next candle comes all the way up, closes above this resistance, makes a small pullback, a retest, and continuation. That's what I think here. Whatever happens except that, I'm not gonna take it. GJ, let's see, still not coming for a retest, but at least it hasn't gone too far. If it just stays right here, then maybe next candle makes the retest would be perfect. Okay, Lorenzo sent a chart here. Let's take a look. Okay, NZD US dollar. I think, like I said before, NZD USD, I think it's a bit messy. We have plenty of rejection, plenty of candles. I wouldn't trust this. It doesn't look very good to me. I would rather find a better setup, a clean setup. That doesn't look good to me. NZD USD, it's messy. EJ is not retesting. Where do you see that retest on EJ? EJ is still at resistance. We need a break above, then a retest to continue. This is not a retest. It's just a rejections. If we go now and let's say this current candle comes all the way up, makes a retest, continuation, that would be the perfect setup. But for now, there's no setup. It's just rejecting this level. You need to wait for a breakout. Yeah, thing is, taking GJ now would be risky because it still can come for a retest, right? And it's a 10 pip range, so if price comes all the way up and my entry will be here, I'm gonna have to use a 30 pip stop loss, and that's not ideal for us. We need to use a small stop loss, at least 20 pips maximum. So unless it comes there, I'm not gonna take it. But if it comes in a 5 pip range, then I might take it, but not in 10 pips range. On a 5 pips range, yeah, it would make more sense. But 10 pips is a lot. On GJ, there's no need. Yeah, USD got some strength, and UJ pushed up, Euro USD dropped down. Yeah, USD gained some strength in the last hour. I was about to buy USD CAD, but still didn't want to risk it. Like I said, I needed more confirmation, and like I said before, I needed a candle closed above this, then a retest, and looks like I missed it. I don't know. How did I miss this? If you go back and watch what I said in the beginning for USD CAD, you'll see, but I missed it too. Now let's see if we're gonna miss GJ too. Yeah, patience needed. Patience needed, guys. It's still Monday, so it's plenty of time. We have New York session too, so there's no need to rush. Why not place alerts? You can place alerts, why not? It's up to you. If your trades play out but you didn't take the trade, it doesn't matter. You're just going to build confidence by that. It takes some time until you build enough confidence to take these kind of trades. You don't need to trade just like me. If you want, you can go back test it, see if it does work for you or not. Because not everything that works for me is gonna work for you. We're all different people. Maybe something else works better for you. So there are a lot of different ways to trade. It's not just one. Find which one suits you better. Do some back testing, see if it does work for you or not. See if it does have a good win rate or not. And then put it in the work. Try it on a live account. GU flying. Where do you see GU flying? Chris. I think maybe you meant for another pair, maybe. Yeah. Looks like GJ is gonna leave us. Yeah, maybe the 4 hour will give a retest, but if we make a 20 pip move, then it's gonna be a risky trade. I mean, there's not a 10 pip move yet, but it's going that way. I mean, the thing is about the break and retest, it's all about the momentum. You know, we want to enter when we have good momentum and we want that retest right away. So we go with the momentum. And now price has been here for half an hour, didn't give a retest, and now it's going down. When it comes after an hour or so, the momentum might change. It's not the same. Now, we're gonna have to wait and see how the 4 hour is gonna close, but I would prefer to have on the 1 hour before. See, the thing that can happen here is, now this is a 1 hour and a 4 hour level, right? Now we have another 30 minutes for the 1 hour to close. If this candle comes all the way for a retest now, and we have the last minutes of the candles, and this is the retesting this level, that means 4 hour is at support then. And if the last minute we are at this resistance making a retest on the 1 hour, and we have a close, for example, the candle closes, that means 4 hour closed above and price can continue up. You see, this is why we want the retest on the beginning of the candle. Once it makes the break, straight away the retest and then continuation, because whatever happens after or in the late minutes of the 1 hour close, it's always more risky, and fake out would have a higher chance to happen. Okay, let's see the charts. Aussie dollar. I said before, if Aussie dollar closes below this, I'm not going to take a trade. I explained my way what I would do in Aussie dollar. For me, it would be pretty messy to trade Aussie dollar unless, like I said before, unless price comes all the way up, makes a retest and continuation. And your zone is not here, but it is here. See, all these candles were closed. Why do you have your zone here? You have to look where most of the candles are. And like I said, I would like for price to come all the way up, close above, make a retest continuation. As for sells, this I think maybe would work for 10 pip target, but we have the next zone right away here. Plenty of rejections here too. I think it's a lot messier, and the best would be to wait for the buy setup. But of course, maybe we won't have that chance. And what do? We just go to another pair and find it a better setup. Geo at support 2. USD CAD pushing. UJ the same. EuroCAD, maybe you'll have a break on EuroCAD, who knows. Maybe if we do close below this, a retest and continuation would be pretty nice. So let's wait and see. Okay, we have another chart here. Let's take a look. Wrong chart. Am I wrong chart? You have to send another link. What's happened with gold? Gold is doing nothing. Gold just bullish, bullish, bullish for weeks. It's been pushing for weeks. Looks like we have small resistance here. Maybe if we do break above, we can fill the next range. But like I said to you guys, I don't trade gold for now. Gold is too dangerous. CAD CHF going pretty nice. Looks like there's not gonna be a retest for us this hourly. Maybe GJ, but it's taking some time. EU, I don't know, EU maybe, but EU is still at support. I mean, we need a good breakout if we want to take a trade here. I mean, it's pretty good, but we need a good break, and even though we have plenty of time to make that breakout, there's 20 minutes. 20 minutes, a lot can happen. Euro, Japanese yen. I think it's not clear, to be honest. Just like I said before, no need to rush. Euro, JPY. Like I said before, the only two zones I'll put my trades in are these. If we do break above this, or maybe if we come close below this and continuation, I wouldn't take a trade in this range here. I mean, we have some rejections here, we have some rejections here, also some here. There's plenty of zones. I mean, I'm just deciding to go with the major ones, with the ones who are more obvious. So wait for these two to break. Still the beginning, Patience, patience, patience. We have time. Let's see. GJ may give us a retest, but like I said, it's not a good one if it comes late at the close of the 1 hour. It might be risky after it. Will you leave pending orders until next day you wake up? Man, my day has just started. It's just 10 a.m. still here. Almost 11 a.m. Of course, I'm not gonna. If this doesn't go for retest now, then that means it's gonna continue down maybe, or just consolidate here for a bit. But like I said, we need to stay here, let's say. Then maybe the 4 hour retest will do some work. But like I said, I would like to take it while it's on a good momentum to catch the move quick and fast and not wait for hours like this. But it's Monday, so we can't expect very big moves. Yeah, see the 4 hour went below the previous 4 hour candle. Now, if the 4 hour closed like this, next one making a pullback to retest, then it might be good, but it's not gonna be as good as it would be a first 1 hour retest. See, this was huge momentum. If we just get a retest, it would be a perfect trade continuation to the downside. But not always you can get a retest. What broker do you use? I use different brokers. There are a lot of good brokers you can use. One of them is pepperstone.com. It's a good broker. You have IC Markets, you have the Traders Domain, you have Blueberry, you have different ones. It all depends which one suits you better, because not all brokers accept all the countries. So there are some brokers who doesn't accept certain clients from different countries, so you have to see. On Pepperstone I have a swap free account, so I haven't tried any of other accounts. you know. Now we have already 15 pips drop. Our movements on Mondays usually slow and more of a range day. They are usually slow, but there are also Mondays when we had some great moves. So I can't say we're always going to have small moves on Monday, but as you can see in past 2 weeks, Mondays were very slow. Yes, Rick, you can ask for a swap free account and they tell you the requirements for that. It's an Islamic account. You don't have swap fees at all for holding during the night or during the weekend. Do you think GJ could possibly go down to 134.800? Well, it can, why not? But the thing is, we might have a retest before doing that. I definitely see GJ going all the way down, filling this range to downside, because this is the next support for GJ. After this candle broke below, no retest yet, but definitely next zone is here. But as we can see, I don't think we're gonna have a retest. Maybe on the 1 hour, can't be certain, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm from Kosovo. Kosovo is in Europe. EU at support still. Okay, let's take a look if we have any news today. Didn't check before. Okay. Low. Okay, we have Governor Bailey's speech, high impact news. It might make cause some volatility maybe. But except for that, another speech. So in 4 hours we have a speech. Can cause some volatility, but until then, I think we should be done with a trade on GBP. Yes, Adrian, it's close to Albania. Albania and Kosovo, it's basically one country. It's not, but we aim to be one day. Just don't like the fact that GJ did this 15 pip move, because now if it comes, it's going to be a 25 pips almost pullback and a retest, and it's going to be a bit risky. That's what I don't like. Let's just wait and see. Okay guys, I'm gonna be back in 2-3 minutes. Okay, let's see what we have now. The 1 hour is closed. First of all, EU, not a break, just got rejected. Aussie dollar just closed a bit below this. Like I said, no trade for me on Aussie dollar. GJ still has way to go to come. UJ is at resistance right now. Let's take a look at daily just a second. Okay, this might be a daily retest. But I think there's no trade here. Okay, EuroCAD closed below. What can we do here? Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is also a breakout. So I'm gonna wait for a retest on EuroCAD and I'm gonna enter buys once it comes at this level. Another, let's see how many pips we have. Another like 5-6 pips. Pull back, then sells to the downside. Yeah, let's wait for ECAD, EuroCAD. I think this is the best trade for now. We have a good range to fill to the downside. Plenty of rejections before here. This one, now we have a breakout. We need a retest here and continuation. Let's see now. Needs to come another 3-4 pips to the upside, and we will take some sells. Okay, let's see. My entry is gonna be at 1.53520, maybe 500. Around here. Stop loss above the breakout candle. Let's see, needs to push a bit higher. Okay, it's coming, let's see. Just a little bit more higher, and we got ourselves. No need to rush to enter early because we have plenty of time. Okay, I'm gonna enter the first entry here, but not the whole lot size. I'm gonna leave some room if it comes a little bit higher. Okay, I think that's now Now that's the time. Now it's the time. So we have the breakout, we have the retest currently, and price can come just a little bit higher maybe, but I'm already in now. Let's see if it does come a little higher. I might add a small position, but now expecting continuation to the downside. What's your spread on EuroCAD? Let me see, what's my spread on EuroCAD? Six? No. Not sure if this is alright. Because it says 10 pips. But it's not. It's around 3-4 pips. Okay, so we have a small zone here, right? We have a small zone here, but you need to focus on the major zones. It's only a minor zone here. We still have this next zone here that needs to come to. And when you look which is a major zone, every time price touched this area, look at how big the rejection was. Same here. Now we have a close below. We have a retest currently that's making a retest and expecting continuation to the downside. So let's wait and see. First target, I think first target is gonna be this support, this next support here, which is how many pips we have here? We have around 15 pips. Then if we break this support too, we might get another 15 maybe. Let's see. Once this turns bearish, I think that would be pretty good. Once it turns bearish, we might see another push, and this is a very realistic target for EuroCAD here. Let's wait and see now. This is also for our breakout, so we have a double confirmation for this break and retest. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take GJ anymore because they already made the move. 4-hour filled the wick now. Maybe it's gonna come later on, but it's not gonna be safe anymore. I mean, it's taking too much time. Already moved to the downside at least, I think 20 pips. Yeah, it already made a 20 pip move to the downside, so this could have been our move, but we didn't get the retest. So I think that's it on GJ. I don't see a trade anymore there. I don't know if I would take that. Your cat can just come a little higher for that retest. I think should continue down. 14 pip stop loss. No need for more. I think if price price should continue down. So that means that we need to stay below this level. As long as we stay below this level, we're good. But once we go above this level, then it's not valid anymore. So price above this previous breakout candle, I think it's enough. If we do close above, then it should make a small retest to continue, and it can give us the chance to get out at break even. But as long as it stays below, there's no reason to think that price is going to continue up. Now patience needed. EuroCAD is known for fake outs sometimes. So we'll see how it goes this time. So let's see, Euro news. There's no Euro news for now. There's no news at all. We have a speech on. We have a speech in 15 minutes. It says medium. Let me check in investing because sometimes these websites are not telling the truth. Yeah, medium, but still can have an impact, so you have to be careful. Okay, small rejection. Okay, very nice. Nice rejection. It's only 6-7 pips. Gonna need at least 10 pips. Today is Monday, so not expecting too much. Yeah, let's see. Still is not enough. We need at least another 3-4 pips. But you can see already how it got rejected. This is a straight immediate sign that price is respecting this level now. After the breakout, the retest, and now continuation. Please check GJ for our head and shoulder pattern. We don't trade patterns, head and shoulder or anything like that. But we can take a look, and like I said before, GJ. I know this looks like a head and shoulder pattern. This shoulder, head, but the thing is, there's no trade for me. I mean, even if it's held the shoulders, your entry should have been here. I mean, there's no point now entering any trades. Price reaching support, maybe if we do break above below this, then a retest to continue down further. But for now, I mean, we can have a retest at this level maybe. Even that would be risky. But except that, I don't see a trade right now on GJ. So stay with our trade now. Let's get 10 pips. I'm going to secure some at 10 pips if it does give me. Well, before the news, I think you can consider of closing, not closing, but moving your stop at break even maybe. But it's not that it has given us enough pips to move at break even. I mean, since we're in profit, you can adjust your risk and lower your risk. So the only worry that I have now is, you see, price got rejected and came and fell this week, but it's rejecting this minor zone here, and that's what can can cause maybe some problems. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. There's still time, and as I said before, price can come a little higher to make that retest. See, the 4 hour is pretty good. Price got rejected, came back in the range, closed below. The 4 hour is not as clean as 1 hour, but still it's pretty good. Now next support is all the way down here. Still bearish bias here. Still there's time to push. Down. What's the thoughts on USD CAD? USD CAD can still continue up, but no signs. There's no signs for USD CAD because it came from daily resistance, and there's no sign that price is going to continue up or down. I mean, we're in the middle of two zones or three zones. We're just in this big consolidation box on the 4 hour. There's nothing yet happening here. There's nothing. Still nothing. Would you agree if EJ breaks below 121.010, so we can expect price to drop to 120.280? Darren, why don't you send a chart better so I can understand what do you mean? That would be the best, man. Send a chart, we would understand each other way better. Man, very, very, very slow. Very slow. Okay, perfect, Darren. It's just better for both of us. I mean, I can understand your thoughts better if you send a chart. Can I review them? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good morning here. Good evening somewhere else. Hello to everyone. I think that's the best way. GJ most of the time not retest. I think GJ does retest, but not every time. We're just not being there the best retest when the best retest was happening. Okay, Benjamin, what do you have here? Third time. Okay, so you have different thoughts on your cat. Okay, perfect. Wait for that breakout, the retest, and continuation. Totally okay if you don't agree with me. Totally okay. Looks good. Wait for that minor zone to break, a retest and continuation. Just because I think this should play like I think doesn't mean that it's gonna do it. I mean, this is my way of trading, and it doesn't mean that I'm gonna be right 100% of the time. So if you don't agree with me, that's totally fine. I agree if you don't agree with me. So I'm gonna have to go now because it's been 3 hours streaming, 3.5 hours actually. I feel bad leaving you with this trade open, but it's still at break even, and you have a choice here if you want to hold or not. Whatever happens, we're gonna post the result later on, but for now I'm gonna have to go because it's been 3.5 hours and have some other things to do. So whatever happens with this trade, you're gonna be updated, and as I said before, as long as it stays below this, there's still continuation expected. But once price closes above this zone, then you might get a chance of exit to your break even, because every time a fake out happens, after the fake out means price should close above this, and if it does close above this, it makes a small retest to continue up, right? So on that retest you can exit on break even. Then it's your choice. Or if price does close below, then there's still chance of going to a downside continuation. So there's no sign that price is going to go up unless we see a break above this resistance. So for me, I'm going to still hold this and we'll see how I'm going to manage it. We'll see if it's gonna continue down or not. I told you the options. For now, I'm still gonna hold. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow, same time. Thank you for participating. Give it a like, a subscribe if you want, if you enjoyed this session. And yeah, that's all. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow at the same time.